the trip on the Nootka Trail with the boys, Big Connor, Big Innie. It's gonna be high vibes, high adventure. We're making plans to go to Nootka Trail. We're trying to figure out when we can do it, and we kind of realize summer goes by so quick. There's only like a few weekends that we can actually send a trip like this. So this just seemed like a fitting trip to try to capture some new creative content, including pictures for the coffee table book that's coming out. But also just like remembering like why the hell we do this, you know? Like it's just, Tality wanted to capture that raw, unfiltered essence of hot, cold cycling in beautiful places with great friends. And it's like, if we forget that, it's like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? So I gotta remind myself that life is worth living. These moments are what we do. And this essence is what Tality is supposed to be built off of. So it's even a little message written in my hat there. Nothing matters but this moment. Don't forget it. I'm gonna hit this log first try. Ready? Oh.
Shit, Pete, that was close. Connor, try again. Oh, there we go. Oh! Oh! Oh, easy.
We're in over our heads right now. I'm super out of shape. These guys are in shape. I'm super out of shape. I've been super busy the past 4 weeks. I feel like shit, to be honest. I'm running off like 5 hours sleep for the past 3 nights or so with not a lick of exercise. Fingers crossed, it's gonna be adventure no matter what happens. Get some content, try to switch it up, you know? Just make life worth living.
Life is short, life moves fast. Gotta do good things with good people. Nootka Trail, here we go.
Amen, brother, amen.
All right, fine, I'll go too.
Yeah.
Do you ever like think the fish are looking up at us and saying, hey, stop looking through our window?
No, I don't think they do.
I totally thought there's chargers in Campbell River. There's no chargers in Campbell River. 12:42 a.m. Found this random little charger by Oyster River. We're posting up for the night. Charge here. We're gonna pitch a tent just on this random patch of grass beside the charger. Stay here for 5 hours and then head out for 6 to get coffee and food before hitting the Nootka Trail tomorrow. We finally made it to Air Nootka. We're about to board beautiful Cessna to the trail. It's gonna be a short half-hour flight.
We're trying to land the plane, but if you look outside, the trail is covered in fog. Crossing our fingers, we can land so we can start the hike. Otherwise, we're in for a long couple days. All right, we couldn't land on the Nootka Trail. We're fogged out. So we're gonna go try to hold at a nearby inlet called Zabalis. Wait for the fog to clear, and then we're gonna try to land the floatplane again.
And now it's time. Round 2.
It's looking a little foggy, but we're all manifesting. It's gonna
Scott just landed the plane. Successful land. We're just getting the nose up to the shore. We're gonna start unloading soon. The adventure officially begins.
Hey, you guys have fun out here?
And that's it. Landed the Nootka Trail. We got 72 hours to do this thing. It's gonna be a rip. We're gonna move fast. No hiking shoes, only running shoes, and a lot of spirit.
Here we go. The beginning of the trail. It starts a little bushy. Oh, easy there. And the boys have already lost a sleeping bag and a tent. Let's go there, Pete. Fresh. We made it.
We made it to the beach. Let's go, Nootka Trail.
Yo, the trail's south.
What? For real? Well, luckily you're leading it.
Unbelievable, dude.
All right, we all ready? Almost got lost. Thankfully, Innes caught it. Went back the way we came, traversed up this random bushy salal slope, and I think we're back. Waiting for Connor like usual.
What's new? Alright, we got ourselves in a little bit of bush pickle. First kilometer of the trail, we think we're being smart by cutting back on it after getting lost. Now we got about probably 500 meters of dense bush to beat through to get back to the trail. Jesus Christ, that was the worst decision I've ever seen in his make, but he got us through it. About 15 minutes later, we're back on the trail, baby. All right, we are 1 hour 40 minutes into the Nootka Trail, 6 kilometers in. Oh, some tasty bear turds right there. Look at that. We just found a native black bear. We'll try to boot far and hopefully just kind of screw back into the bush, but we'll see what happens.
Well, Connor had a great idea. We're on this nice beach and we thought, let's take our shoes off. That feels nice. This hike's just blowing my socks off.
My first hot cold cycling experience that wasn't like a recreation room sauna was actually on the West Coast Trail. We were 17 years old. We were hiking. We were 3 days into the West Coast Trail. One of my friends, Charlie, used the fly from our Mactarn 3, made a little cave with it, heated up some rocks in a fire, moved the rocks underneath the tarp with a George of the Buckle jungle hat, and then put some water on the rocks and enclosed the tarp over top of him, and it made a little steam room. I was like, that's sick. And then since then, yeah, we just kept doing it better and better. So here we are now on the Nootka Trail to remind ourselves of what the essence of Tality really came from. It's this raw, unfiltered, joyous experience of being in nature with plenty of water, plenty of drink, and we might not get the steam room this time because there's a fire ban, but we got everything else, and this is what it's all about. Thanks for joining on this adventure. We made it to Calvin Falls on phenomenal timing. It's only 2, so
We'll go for a little dip. A dip and some lunch. I can't wait.
Forward in the mountains, baby.
this is the essence of the lounge area. That's why all over places have a lounge area, and a lot of places seem to forget about it. A lot of people don't really think about it, but it's an important part. We just hiked 13 kilometers, we were sweating all day in the sun. We went for a quick dip in the river, and now we're lounging in a nice, beautiful place with good people, good friends, drink in hand, resting and relaxing. A lot of people forget this is an important part in your cycle. I'm here to tell you not to forget it.
As always, waiting on Connor.
Half the fun is getting out of bed. I just gotta keep moving forward. So that's the beauty of knowing you're believing in yourself. I don't like to
Found whale bones on the Nootka Trail, super sick, whale ribs, whale vertebrae. Reminds me of the Tality logo. A lot of people ask me, is that a whale tail for the logo? And the answer is, it's whatever you want it to be. Tality isn't about this or that, or it has to be or it should be. It's all about just coming, doing it for yourself, having vibes, and having a good time. We just came across a whole den of baby wolves. A lot of them scurried off into the forest. Alright, we're 23K in. We found the spot. Somebody already built a nice little wind shelter. It's this really nice, movable, pea gravel type substrate on the ground. We're going to try to flatten out a bit and pitch a tent and call it a night here. Alright guys, we have connection cards coming out. It's just a deck of questions that we're going to have at all our locations. It's going to be for sale as well. You basically draw a card. It's going to be a question. Everybody answers it. Pretty awesome. I'm going to get Connor to draw a card metaphysically by giving me a number. Connor, what's a number between 1 and 93?
42.
When was the last time you cried?
Damn. I think the grandparents' funeral. Not so much about the death, seeing my parents go through so much grief and more being there from them than it was disappearing of the grandparent. 7.
What is the first thing you notice about someone when you meet them?
The energy they give off, and they're a positive or a negative person.
Innes, pick a number between 1 and 93.
21.
21.
If you could create a holiday, what would it be called and how would people celebrate it?
It's sweat day. I think like an international sweat day. You could do something that makes you get pretty sweaty. So saunaing, doing some physical exertion. I think it's just a good overall health thing. So an international sweat day.
Let's go. We got a deck of 93 questions coming out, Tality connection cards. Check it out.
We're posting up for the night, and then in the tent, we see a wolf running onto the beach, now traversing directly out in front of us. I think he's going back to the den of cubs we saw 200 meters down the beach. Story time. I started Tality when I was 21 years old. I'm 29 now. And I think this thing served me really well. And I think it led to a lot of good growth, a lot of good decisions, a lot of hard work. Going into the 3rd decade of my life, I think I'm looking for a little more peace, and I want to start building more from love and not from fear. The thing that I'm letting go of today is the inner critic.
In a single piece alive, dude. You have to burn it all. Oh God.
And there we have it, folks. Going into the 3rd decade of my life with more peace, prosperity, and building from love, not fear.
I thought I'd just write inner critic in there just to. I also feel like I do that because sometimes when I was critiquing myself, I'm losing my goddamn. I lost the microphone today. I also put in their inner bitch, dude. Yeah, sometimes like the cold plunge, we almost bitched out on that one. Past judgments and diluting too much of my focus. That was one thing I learned on the ferry ride over. Peace out to all that shit. Oh shit, that's hot. You gotta make sure that every single bit of the paper is burnt, because if you don't, this tiny little bit here still got some writing on it. I don't want that inner bitch. Or that inner. Why is this so hard to burn, dude?
Dude, you got a lot of inner bitch, bro.
Yeah, dude. There's a lot of inner bitch here. Burn myself, dude, to get rid of it. Oh, you're
Dude, there's still a little left. That's crazy. Oh wow, that's really getting it.
Whoa, see that fame? That's all.
crazy.
That's all the bitch right there.
Wow, dude, you're fueled up. Couldn't ask for anything more. So much has happened. So much has happened. It's not even over yet. The adventure doesn't even feel like it's begun. Anyways, that's it. Thank you.
What's happening? Coffee with Connor here with my boy Pete. Day 2 of the Nootka Trail. Coffee with Connor started because no matter where you are in life, it's a reminder to celebrate the moment you're in and sip on it. So today, we're sipping on the Nootka Trail, creating memories of a lifetime. Sip on that.
So today, I'm gonna show you guys how to make a beach tent sauna. Unfortunately, there's a fire ban on Nootka right now, so we can't actually do the fire, but I'm gonna show you everything else. Let's get it. So first thing you're gonna wanna do, you're gonna wanna find a nice big log. I like this because it's kind of enclosed, so wind should be less of an issue. And you're gonna wanna dig yourself a little divot to sit your butt into. So I'm gonna do just that. Oh yeah, I got some good stones to use later as well. That's probably good. And while you're doing this, make sure your stones are heating up in the fire. Be careful, stones can pop, crack, and explode. So just be aware of that. What I'm gonna do now, this part's kind of optional. It depends on how high your log is. You're gonna dig another little hole for a stick, and that's gonna help prop up your tent. Okay. Now what you're gonna wanna do, you're gonna wanna secure the back of the fly around the back side of the log. And we got a lot of fly to work with, so I'm just gonna take up some of the slack here. And for this time, I'm just gonna basically tuck it underneath this log and then secure it with stones or pebbles. And I'm pretty much just gonna do that all the way around. Stretch it out a little bit. And then I'll probably just seal this edge and then leave myself a little area to crawl into there. That's a little enclosed area now. Now, you know, you would have already had your stones in. But let's go pretend that we're gonna go grab a hot ass stone from the fire. We got our imaginary fire pit with our red hot stones. The biggest challenge in this process is moving your stones into the tent. Back in the day, Charlie sacrificed a George of the Jungle bucket hat to do it. Today, I'm gonna sacrifice my Tality hat to do it. So I would put it in my hat, I'd run over to the fire, open up my tent, and then I toss it in. So we're gonna imagine all these rocks are super hot with a combination of sticks, burning hats, and if you're lucky, a shovel. You're gonna pile all those rocks in the center of the tent. And I'm just gonna make a nice little pile around our little stand there. So the idea is those rocks are gonna be smoking hot. And then once I'm ready, I get in here, I bring a little bottle of water with me, make sure to not touch the rocks. I'm gonna close this guy, I'll just show you for a sec. Close this guy around me, seal it off the best you can. And then you're just gonna pour some water on the rocks and then voila, you got a steam room. Steam on, baby. Now we are heading back. Second day, last day. We got about 15K ahead of us. We'll see you at the end. All right, we just saw some orcas right at the shoreline. We don't know what they're doing. Maybe catching fish, maybe having a play. Anyways, we're gonna go check it out. Let's go. All right, guys, look right now. There's two, looks like little little gray whales. Better than any city water you'll get. We're about to ascend this rope slope to get over this bluff and continue the trail.
Came around the corner, stumped my leg pretty good, fell over. You can see a little welt starting to form. We carry on.
All right, guys, we just found a cave. For some reason, I have a feeling it might lead to Narnia. Let's pass through and see what happens. Oh my God, the world full of magic. What do you know? Narnia is a state of mind. Let's go. Cold plunging, cold water therapy. It's so simple. Just find some nice cold water and get in it. It feels amazing every time. You never regret it. Woo-wee. Hold on. That's it, Louise. Ah! It's usually easier than that.
Refreshing. Gotta try and get as many exposures to fresh cold water out here in the sweltering heat of the Nootka Trail.
What's going on? Based on all the animals we saw on this trip, we just found a cave. Could be something right tucked in at the back there. Maybe a wolf, maybe a bear, maybe Peter Chen from Tality, Kombucha. That guy's an animal. Stay wild, friends. Nootka Trail early on, took a bit of a tumble, lost my other shoe, and it seems like some of the hikers leave a memory of their experience here for future hikers to come.
Shoo-wee, 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 shoo-wee.
Just perched up for a little last lunch cook up, I guess.
All right, we got a river crossing to make. We're just gonna send it.
Catch my shoe. Across the last crossing, it's about chest high.
We're trying to get across. We ended up just taking all the packs off, which knew a bit of overhead. There's another group that's we're having a bit of trouble crossing, so we just shuttled their bags back and forth. It was pretty fun, and that's what being on the trail is all about. They don't have everything available. Not everything's so easy all the time. You got to help each other out when you get the opportunity. So we just finished the Nootka Trail, 48 hours of adventure, friendship, and wildlife. What better way than to finish with a cold plunge?
What an experience. With the fellas, core memories unlocked. Sometimes the most refreshing things are the simplest.
Can't say much better than that. I'm just excited for this dip.
Let's get it. Tality Adventure Series. See you on the next one.